trial of Jodi Arias continues. A 32-year-old woman is accused of murdering her ex-boyfriend, Travis Alexander, in 2008. He was found with 27 stab wounds, a slit throat, and a bullet in the head. Now, hours of footage of the initial police interrogations after her arrest have been released, and they're causing quite a stir. Joining us now to discuss, we've got HuffPost crime editor Buck Wolf and crime reporter David Lohr, both in New York. Hello, gentlemen. Thanks for being here.
Hello. All right. Thanks for having us.
All right, now, David, HuffPost has posted up all of the interrogation tapes on the crime vertical. Some moments are frankly really strange. I think we can take a look at one moment in particular from the previously unseen video where it shows Arias performing handstands, or maybe if we're not showing it right now, then you guys can definitely go into the resource well and check it out there, but it will be coming soon. But that's not all. One moment, she also seemed to be sticking sheets of paper down her pants. So, Buck, you've definitely been privy to a lot of court cases and trials in your career. How typical or crazy is Arias' behavior there?
I don't know. One would think she would have went for the insanity defense, given what we're seeing some of the stuff seeing right now. That handstand, I think people saw already, but right now we have several hours online. Some of it has never been seen before, and Dave Lohr was one of the first people to lay their hands on all of this.
And David, how many hours total are we talking about in terms of this video?
There's roughly about 8 hours of video. What's interesting about it is up until this point, we've been spoon-fed pieces of the video here and there, but this is the first time all the video has been presented where people can watch it from the beginning to the end. And
so, is the defense jumping on any parts of this video that they're trying to use to their advantage?
So far, they haven't used any of these additional items yet. The judge has ruled a lot of it inadmissible. They don't want to sway the jury in any way. So, a lot of this is stuff that only we'll see. The jury won't get a chance to see it.
Anything that really stuck out to you or surprised you?
Well, it's interesting. You got the headstand. You got her going through garbage. At one point, when the detective leaves the room, she's going over the tape recorder they're recording the interview with. I don't know if she was planning on deleting it or what, but she got caught doing that. And then, as you pointed out, she was also stuffing papers down her pants, and she also got caught doing that.
It definitely has been a very bizarre trial for all of those that are watching. And we have, some other updates today, too. David, maybe you can break that down for us. There was a domestic violence expert that got to look at a number of email exchanges that she said proved that Travis Alexander, Jodi Arias' boyfriend, was abusive. Who were these emails with? Who was involved in the exchange?
Well, these were emails involving Jodi and best friends, Sky Hughes and her husband. And what's interesting about these emails is up until this point, Jodi's been claiming that Travis was abusive, he'd smacked her around and everything, but they've had no evidence to back that up. So now these emails, this is the first time we're hearing from Travis's best friends that he wasn't the best guy around women, that he might have been controlling, different things. Back up some of the things. Now, they weren't allowed to put them into evidence. They were only allowed to, the lady was allowed to paraphrase what they said. So we don't know the exact wording. So a lot of this is what the defense is telling us.
And Buck, would you say that that's unusual or is that typical? Because it's the same thing. The jury doesn't actually get to look at these emails. They just have to hear from someone else who is paraphrasing them, who, in her opinion, she's saying, make it seem like he was an abusive boyfriend.
It's absolutely astounding to me. I really agree with the prosecutor, Juan Martinez, who kept objecting, calling it hearsay, because it's hard to quote someone, even an expert, quoting someone else. That's, to me, classic hearsay.
Yeah, definitely. It seems very, very bizarre. One other thing, too, before we wrap this up, is that thus far, the defense in this murder trial has cost taxpayers $1.4 million. And who knows how much longer this is going to go on, too, right? I mean, Buck, would you say that overall taxpayers are going to be happy about this one? I mean, this doesn't even take into account the amount the prosecutors are spending, right?
I really don't understand how people measure all these things. I do know that it's a case that a lot of people are obsessing over and wringing their hands over. So I think once the trial ends, we'll just see how much public outrage there is. If there's an outcome that the public isn't happy with, everyone's going to be upset with the price tag.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine the Arizona taxpayers are going to be too happy with it, at least in my opinion. Buck and David, thanks for giving us all the updates.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you. All right, we have even more top stories coming up, so stick around.